Alright, so I noticed that my roof rack is coming off, and I did some research and I'm pretty sure I know how to fix it, so we're going to go through that. Alright, so what I found out was that these things are put on here with what's called a RIVNUT. RIVNUT is actually a brand name and it may be registered trademarked. I'll have to look that up to be sure. This is a generic version. You see there's a special tool for it. It's pretty much like a pop rivet, and this looks pretty much like a pop rivet gun, except that this thing, when it goes in, it's like a nut, so you can screw a bolt down into it, and that's the whole deal. I'm going to do a separate video on the gun itself, so look for that if you want to know more about it. These are Torx bolts. I'm going to take, this one is still good, I'm going to take it out of there so I can pop this whole thing out and get a better look at things, but basically I've got to replace the RIVNUT on this guy here. So I just used my Torx wrench and I'm going to take this bolt out here. So that one's out. Now I'm grabbing the bottom part of this one with my vice grips so that I can keep it still while I remove this one. Well, I hope you can see that, but this is a little bit, the metal is distressed and it's kind of popped up, so me putting in a new rivet may not fix the situation, and I may actually have to go to a body shop for this one, but I'm going to try this anyway and we'll see how it goes. First thing I'm going to do is clean this all up. I'll get some Windex and clean all this crap out of here, and I'll clean anything that's off of this one too. Well, now you can get a better view of how distressed that metal is there. I'm going to try to push that down a little bit more, but this is not looking good. I don't think this home repair is going to hold. Alright, I just figured out there's a tab in here that lets me slide that out of the way. So now we can get a good view of things. Not looking good. It's going to make it easier to get my repair job in there too. So I'm just kind of using the edge of my vice grips to push that down into place. It may not be ideal, but it seems to be working. If this won't hold, what I might do is get some metal epoxy, stuff that sucker real full, and then drill another hole through the epoxy. That's the same size, but we'll see how this works. Alright, well, I got the thing in there. It was a little tough. What I ended up having to do was stick this over here and kind of hammer down on the rack here. Now I've got to get the tool screwed into it and pop it. Based on how tough that was to get in there, this might actually hold pretty well, just like this. And if not, I'm no worse off. I haven't done any further damage to the metal here, and I'll just take it to a body shop if it doesn't end up holding. Okay, I did manage to get the tool screwed on, but I'm going to need two hands to push the lever down here, so I won't be able to film that bit. Well, I think I got it. We'll see when I get it all back together. You can see that it's kind of the way these things work is they leave kind of a washer on the top, so my piece of metal is caught in between those two pieces there, which, given how tight that was, I'm thinking that's going to hold it really well. So I'm going to put it all together now and we'll see. Well, that's looking pretty good. It's really tight on there, so I think I got it. So $45 for the tool, and we're out the door. If it breaks again, I'll take it to the body shop and I'll be in for a couple of $100 or so, I guess.